that nice? I've taken a little bit of a change of plan, let's say. Basically, there were two stations with quite similar names. One in the centre of Berlin and one about 20 minutes out. And I'll let you guess where we've ended up. So, we've missed our time for the Reichstag, but we're currently just chowing down, having a little bit of breakfast. I'm waiting for a train back into Berlin. But these things happen.
So, I didn't film a little bit earlier because I was a little bit annoyed at myself. But basically we ended up getting the right train, but in the wrong direction. But it's okay. We have missed our spot to go up the Reichstag dome, but you know, shit happens. We'll get on with it. So we've just come out of this massive station here, and we've got ourselves a coffee. And we also managed to finally find, basically we collect the Starbucks mugs. They have like ones for every city. So we've got most of the cities that we've been to. So obviously we wanted to add Berlin to our collection. So we finally got it now, so that's good. At the Brandenburg Gate, which is literally a stone's throw from the Reichstag building. Obviously we wouldn't have been here as soon because we would have been going up to the dome. I guess because we're nice and early, like this part would be a lot more crowded than what it probably is at the moment. Obviously it's like one of the main sort of, I guess, landmarks in Berlin, so it's quite...
Well, it's like the main German landmark.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously we did the whole sort of selfie thing and stuff, so...
It's got to be done, hasn't it?
Yeah, when you see like the landmarks and stuff, like, I think you just sort of go with it. And we're just looking through our little Lonely Planet guide, and it says, don't miss the Hotel Adlon, which we're just sitting opposite. And apparently it's Berlin's poshest hotel. And little fun fact is, remember that time when Michael Jackson dangled his baby out the window? Well, it was from this hotel right here, on one of those balconies. We've just got ourselves a Capri-Sun each. I decided to go for a bit of a weirder one, cherry, but it seems to be quite popular over here, so I'll give it a go. Might be nice. So we just come out from the Holocaust Memorial Centre, yeah, it was well worth going into. It kind of all puts it into a bit of a bigger, like the bigger picture really, and just how many people were like killed. A little bit overwhelming almost, because you kind of almost don't think of it being as recent history as it is, and just how like humans can do that to like one another. Can't even like think, can't even like picture that like happening. And we're only talking like 70 years ago. I mean, we were just, where was it that we saw about the guillotine? It said like the last like execution by guillotine was like 1960 something or 1950. I mean, that seems like barbaric as it is, but like to see the extent of like the Nazi occupation like of Europe, like it's crazy. Yeah, so we'll just sort of like take it easy. It's only like 11:30, so I think we're doing alright, and we're just gonna have a nice sort of like wander about.
We are just hitching onto the back of a tour group so that we can find our way to Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah, they said that they're just about to make a quick trip there, so we still got them in our sights. So on our way we go. To be fair, most of these walking people are probably on tours. Our first currywurst. Berlin. You like? And I think you probably can't come to Berlin without having currywurst. So we're kind of done with like most of our sort of sites as such. I don't really get the big deal with Checkpoint Charlie. I'd imagine perhaps for like American visitors and stuff, probably like a bit more so, because like obviously it's like the main sort of international checkpoint. But so I think the plan for now is going to try and find the Schokoladenhaus, get a chocolate torte, or at least like a chocolate of some sort, and then because we've got time, might even head towards the east side because we got our all-day ticket, and yeah, just sort of like play things by ear. So how did you find the currywurst?
It wasn't the greatest, but it certainly wasn't the worst. Where are we going?
I think straight ahead. Planet Wien! $4.95.
Oh, that's alright for a little tour.
elevator, like Willy Wonka. Ooh.
Looks lovely.
So we're gonna try and get a Schokoladen torte. Well, I am. There's loads of different ones. It looks good, and we like chocolate. Quite windy up here, but we decided to, because we didn't really know what else to do, we've come to the Panorama punkt, which is panoramic point. It was quite cheap, it was only like $6.50, and it gives you sort of panoramic views of Berlin. Quite surprisingly, I didn't expect the view to be quite as good as it is. So we had a fun time up at the
Apart from being ditched from my boyfriend at the end.
yeah, well, I thought there was a corner that we hadn't seen yet, so I walked around and there was another exit, and I said, well, I'll just go down through that exit. And then I thought Lucy was right behind me, but she went down the other exit, and then when I got down to the other floor, I couldn't find Lucy, so then I went back up trying to find her while she had already gone back down the actual lift to the ground floor. So I was just upstairs, like, with minimal signal, like trying to like desperately call.
So we're going back to the hotel now, aren't we?
I guess with the fact that we didn't go to the right stag, it probably meant that we was able to squeeze in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just my way of justifying the fact that I got
No,
the wrong
I
train.
agree.
We're just leaving our hotel now to go out for dinner. Lucy wasn't too keen on the idea of another German meal.
Well, it's just because the only thing I would really eat off of it is schnitzel, and I don't really want to eat the same meal like twice within a few days.
So yeah, we're just gonna head to Potsdamer Platz and see what's there. And, yeah, we just come to a place called Alex. So sort of got a quite a big varied menu, and because Lucy wasn't too sure what she really wanted to eat for dinner, it's a good sort of in between. So we've been able to like both get something that we like to eat, which is good. How was it? What sort of burger did you go for?
Just a cheeseburger.
Oh right. I've gone for the pork schnitzel, the Wiener Schnitzel, which is like that, which is about a third of the size of what Lucy's one was like the other day. But I think that's more like a manageable size. So we decided to walk off our dinner a little bit, but we didn't really know where we were going, so we were just sort of having a little wander about. And we ended up just walking into the train station and then walking back out again. What a lovely romantic walk together. And I think Lucy just wants to go back to the hotel, so where are you going? Where are you going? So Lucy was just about to run off. So I think we're just going to head back to the hotel now, because we're going to just grab a donut, I think, and head off back to the hotel. And Lucy's gone for a, what is it called? Frosted strawberry, which is like your typical Homer Simpson looking donut. It's like just something like
It is a Homer Simpson donut. I'm gonna make a mess on your bed.
Oh dear. Shall I eat mine over on your bed?
Sure.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's alright.
And I've gone for a chocolate cream. So let's see what it's like. got to do a bit of packing, unfortunately, because tomorrow is our, I won't even say our last day because it's not a full day, but tomorrow we are going home. Tomorrow we're going home, and we've got to be pretty much leaving here probably about sort of lunchtime. Yeah, so we're just gonna hit the hay, I think, and not head out like early, but just early enough to kind of make the most of our last few hours in Berlin. With that said, this is the end of our last full day in Berlin, and so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!